Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
It's time for another daily dose of Dismal Disney. Very interesting development here. One of Disney's top travel agents has spoken out against Disney in a podcast, saying that Disney actually holds its fans in disdain.
Yes.
Scathing.
Which we could have told them.
Yeah, and it's not really a surprise if you've been following the situation that a lot of Disney apologists, Disney fans, Disney influencers have turned on Disney lately, and a lot of the motivation for that is the way they treat their cast members and the way they treat their customers. They're treating their customers very poorly. They keep giving you less and expecting more money, and then they basically laugh at you when you complain about it.
Welcome to the dark side. Our cupcakes are cheaper.
They are. They're a lot cheaper. So we're going to talk about this. Have to give a hat tip to David, who sent this over on Pirates and Princesses. And this is going to be really interesting because I know the person involved in this personally. And we're going to talk about this. The Disney influencer sphere. We'll talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, almost 241,000 subs, like 20 away, something like that. So, yeah, thank you so much for the support. We do talk about Disney. We talk a lot about Disney, having worked in and around the company and having been on Disney's approved media list in the past. That obviously is not the case now.
Yeah, we're not allowed anywhere near there now.
Not that we get thrown out of parks, but
no, but I mean, like, as far as the media is concerned, yeah, they don't invite us to anything.
And the thing is that I can, certainly corroborate some of what Pete Werner from Dreams Unlimited Travel is saying, because we've actually done media events together. And I've actually eaten with Pete Werner, and I like him quite a bit. I think he's a pretty solid guy. Now, he doesn't pull any punches, but he is...
We respect that. We don't either.
Yeah. Now, the guy makes plenty of money. He's one of the top... I think actually Dreams Unlimited was, as I recall, the top Disney travel agency in the world, like Disney-specific travel agency. And he's built a business around that. He runs the Diz boards. They have the Diz Unplugged podcast, and he's been voicing his concerns.
And he has before too. This isn't the first time.
He's been for years.
I know. I remember a couple years ago, before the pandemic, and they were talking about how they kept saying that they were raising the ticket prices to try to lower the attendance, and he's even like, no. He's like, they're just gonna shove as many people in, just charge more.
Yeah, and he's been talking a lot lately about the declining value in Disney.
He's not wrong.
A lot of the same stuff we've been talking about here on Clownfish TV, things that got us in trouble, things that got Pirates and Princesses blacklisted from Disney media, things that got us ousted from a previous Disney blog. Now we've got Big Kahuna coming out and saying the same things.
Oh, and by the way, his agency was bigger than the other agency we worked with when we did the travel blog that we were partners on.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to get that in there because if she hears that, it'll piss her off, and it's more fun for me.
Anyway, we got ousted from Disney media, and we've been fine. We've been more than fine. Actually, things are great now that we can be honest, because you can't be honest.
One of the reasons we wanted to be free of it. We wanted to be honest.
You're not allowed to be honest. If you want media access, just ask some of the people who've been booted from media.
Well, I was going to say that, or the fact that there's a lot of mom bloggers and they're doing these like how to get on Disney's media, and basically it's like be positive all the time, positivity. No matter what negative thing happens, you be positive and say nice things.
Yeah, and I don't think it's working very well anyway, because it seems like after the pandemic, now I don't know if this is a Bob Chapek thing, if this is just the financials or what, but it seems like Disney has really cut back on the number of media events that they're doing.
They do. Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, they used to have them like every other month for every damn thing. Oh, we have a new cupcake. Come on down, take pictures.
Literally would have it for cupcakes or whatever, yeah.
And there were times, I'd go down to Florida and I'd turn around and have to go to California.
I know one time we were to Florida twice and California once in a matter of like 3 weeks.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And then we were with you a couple of times, but I know we were in Florida, California, and then you had to go back to Florida again or a couple times.
Yeah, and it was expected. If you were on the media list, every event they had, regardless of which coast it was on, you were expected to put in an appearance and say nice things. That's, kind of, and for that you get free food, And
fast passes.
oh, you get unlimited fast passes. That's kind of cool. I don't know if they do that anymore because now they got Genie and all that crap. Well, that's another thing. Genie and the Lightning Lane debacle. People are turning on Disney because of that.
Yeah, I guess they said only 37% of people are actually using the Genie app and the Genie Plus with the $15 per person per day. And what people who do pay for it have said nice things about the Lightning Lane and the pay per ride. Some people said they paid for the Genie Plus that was the basic $15 per day per person, and they didn't find much value in that. They thought it was kind of a waste of time and money. But other people have been buying the Lightning Lane where you go like to get the front line of Rise of the Resistance, whatever. And they say it's great. But you have to understand, some of those rides cost $15 per person per day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like you have, like, say you have a family of like 5, you're right there, $75 just to go front line of Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can barely afford it to begin with because they keep raising the prices on everything and making things smaller now. You're going to throw that on top of it. It's just not going to, people can't do it. Just at least Fast Pass Plus was rolled into the price of the ticket. And Universal charges a lot more for their, Universal charges money for their, whatever it's like, Express Pass, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Except for some hotels, you get it for free. But it's a lot more, it's worth the money more to people. They said that it's a lot better organized, it's worth the money. And you'll spend that just on one ride per person, some of the stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. But the value is running out. And this is coming from a guy who literally sells Disney for a living and has for
years.
Over 20 years. And he's getting to the point where he's like, I don't even know if I'm going to renew my annual pass.
We did, and we don't even use it.
We haven't used it. Yeah. And the thing is, I got to be honest. I don't miss it. I really don't miss it. I thought I would miss it. I don't miss it. The last time we were there, I was like, God, this is expensive.
I would like to go again, but I'm not in a hurry.
No, because there's really not a whole lot new. What, Ratatouille?
Well, not just that. It's just like so crowded sometimes.
Yeah. So let's take a look at some of the things he said in this video. Very interesting. I'm going to put a link in the comments to the Pirates and Princesses article. It gives you kind of a Cliff Notes version of it. But yeah, Pete Werner has not been shy about voicing his opinions.
Neither have we, Pete. So
no, and like I said, I think he's a pretty decent guy. A lot of Disney fans think he's grouchy, but he's honest, and he's basically
he's been putting up with Disney shit for how many years?
Yeah, and he knows he has to. Like it's his business, but it's not actually his business. Like these Disney travel agencies, like. You're basically employees of the Walt Disney Company. And I think he's getting tired of it. I'd get tired of it. Disney doesn't just not care about their fans. They hold us in disdain. He actually said that. He said,
he did.
He was talking about how behind the scenes, and this is true. I'll vouch for this. They talk smack about their guests and Disney fans and, oh God, whatever. And he said, yeah, I've known this for years that they did. And we know, we've talked before about how we would do lunches with them, dinners with them, and people would just kind of, shoot the breeze and talk, and you'd find out what Disney actually thought, or people at Disney actually thought about some of their guests, their customers. But it was just, small talk. And he said now they're not even hiding it. They're not pretending.
Any company, if they have pain in the ass customers, are going to be eye roll. But it's not just that. It's like, and the thing is, the people that are diehards that give Disney a pass for every damn thing they do, and they're like, more room for me, and all that, they're talking about you too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. Your pay pigs. We've said before. It's like to Disney, your pay pigs.
Well, they call pass holders pass holes.
They do.
A lot of pass holders call themselves pass holes. My car has a sticker, it has like a little magnet on it that says pass hole.
Pass hole.
I will accept that title.
Now, what kicked this off was the comment we talked about, the fat shaming.
Oh, yeah, Christine McCarthy, CFO. Yeah.
CFO, the money gal, Cruella de Vil.
The one who got $11 million in bonuses, approved for her when people were laid off. Yeah, her.
Yeah, she made comments during the last earnings call that, they were either going to shrink the food or raise the prices, and then she joked that,
shrinking the food would help their guests'
the waistlines. Yeah.
I want to tell you real quick, though. I was talking about this in the car the other day, and my daughter got her phone out, looked her up, and she goes, "Is this her?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "She looks like Cruella de Vil." And I was like, "Yes, it's not just me." Okay.
But this is where, and it's a pretty long podcast. They do, I think it's every week, once or twice a week they do a podcast. But he said they're talking about cutting portion sizes to hedge against inflation, which means they will charge more and give less, which is now the official motto of Walt Disney World. And it's not just, Disney. It's like every part of Disney.
I am going to say this. We have somebody writing on PMP who recently did an article about Universal, and they noticed when they were at the Mythos restaurant that the sizes, the food was down about 30% to what it was before
really?
for the same price. Sometimes the prices were raised. So, but they didn't announce it. At least she kind of, it got caught offhanded saying it. But Universal was doing it too.
I think everybody is, just because of just inflation. Like people are like, okay, well, we know we can budget a hamburger is going to cost us $15. Yeah, that's right, guys. Theme park hamburgers, $15 to $20.
Mm-hmm. And they're not even very good burgers usually.
It's like cafeteria food.
However, if you go to PMP, there are some articles by our one food guy who can tell you where to get good burgers. But
John the food guy?
John the food guy.
Yeah, good burger. They need a good burger. Actually,
good burger. Oh my God. Welcome to good burger. I want the good burger.
Deluxe burger is pretty good.
Deluxe burger is good.
Deluxe burger. Anyway, here we go. He said, he freely admits his livelihood depends on selling Disney vacations. And he said he's seriously considering not renewing his annual pass, the thought of which would have been unthinkable for years ago.
He even had the big pass that they don't even have anymore, which was one you
Keys
had.
to the world.
You had Disney World and Disneyland and all that. He had all that. I remember him talking about before.
So you get close to the end of the podcast, and it really, this is bad, right? When you have your top travel agent saying this, it's getting to the point where I'm about to say, don't go to Disney, go to Universal. You want to come to Orlando? There's so much going on here. There's so much great stuff. Honestly, I think for value and experience and service, go to Universal. They still value people. They still value your business. Disney's made it clear repeatedly. Then he stops. And it's like that old adage, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm. And Universal, they actually were building more value resorts, and they were trying to do things. And even with their higher priced resorts, you get that like extra express pass type thing with it. So, you're paying more, but you're getting like basically the same thing that Disney's charging you for included. So, their annual passes are cheaper too. Yeah,
and it's not just the parks though. We're seeing this in every area of Disney, every part of Disney. Whether it's Lucasfilm or Marvel Comics especially, like they just think people are going to keep buying their stuff and keep paying. Mm-hmm. As long as people are willing to keep paying.
And there are people willing to keep paying. Yeah. They could literally come to their house, take, a shoe and smack them across the face with it. And they'll say thank you and then give them like $200 or $300 and then talk about the magic.
It is an abusive relationship. Disney is in an abusive relationship with their super fans. And, but they come back for more. Mm-hmm. They do. And then what happens is when you call this stuff out and you're like, hey, we have spent countless thousands of dollars on Disney vacations over the years. Mm-hmm. And
we even got the media access.
We even had the media. We were like living the dream, man, living the dream. And, when you get that, and then you realize that, like, this is not the same company that we loved.
If you want the magic to stay magical, don't look under the curtain.
Yeah, don't look under Minnie's skirt.
I knew you were going to do that. Oh, my God.
Really?
You keep doing it. You have a fascination with looking under Minnie's skirt. What the heck?
Well, so does Walt. Didn't you see Family Guy?
I'm just like, you always go there. Don't look behind the curtain because it will ruin all that for you. When you start realizing, their cast members got laid off and they had to get together to make a food pantry for themselves because, Universal did a little further, went a little, harder into helping their employees. Disney did not. There was if you go out and look at it, I think it was on TikTok, they had the donkey, the donkey from Shrek donkey at Universal.
Yeah.
And he was like, why are you still at Disney? What's wrong with you, And everybody knows it. It's like Disney does not treat their people as well as they could. And then, now apparently he's telling you that at meetings they're saying this stuff about their guests.
Yeah.
And you guys are just like lining up saying, please, please, please spank me more.
Well, some people would pay for that. That's Disney plus.
My mom always jokes that, she's like, I'll just take a steel toe boot. I'll kick you in the balls. You can give me your money and we'll call it a day.
That's what it feels like. We've said before at Disney, like it used to be worth paying a premium to go because that it was going to be a quality experience. You knew it was, it was expensive, but we never felt cheated. Like we go to Disney, 10 years ago and we never felt cheated. Mm-hmm. And now everything. All you can do is look at it and be like, this is just some price gouging, major price gouging.
Before the pandemic, though, it was so crowded. You couldn't even. We were there days and you couldn't even ride stuff. It was insane. About the cast members, a lot of people have been complaining lately about cast members being rude, but I think it's a matter of they're understaffed. Like from what I'm hearing, they're understaffed. They're dealing with people, these really entitled people. And they're not getting the trainings that they need to be getting. They're kind of just being thrown in because they need people to get in there and fill positions. And I think that, part of it is because you're always going to have some assholes. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I think that people are getting short-tempered because, people come in there and they expect this magic and they don't care if you're having a bad day. You're supposed to kiss their ass. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, people have bad days.
Yeah, it's interesting though because again, Pete Werner's been speaking out here and there, but even some other like Disney super fans, Rob Plays is one, and I think Disney Dan, they've come out.
Welcome to the club, guys.
Welcome to the club.
You can take some of the shit we take every day. You know what's gonna get me is when they say it, it'll be like, oh my God, they're so right. We say the same thing and Ben's saying the same thing, and we get called every name under the sun. We're like considered a swear word in Disney circles.
Oh my God, we have people dragging us on message boards. We have other Disney YouTubers, kind of low key dragging us, and we're too negative.
Well, they weren't even low key. Like, was it DSNY was sending their people over to harass us or something?
It's like, dude, seriously, like, you're not gonna get the cookie. There is no cake. It's all lie. We've been there. We have been where you want to be, and it's not what it's cracked up to be. Mm-mm. It isn't.
And you're not even allowed to be honest sometimes. No. Like, you were there, and they were like making sure you used every hashtag they wanted spelled correctly and the way they wanted it used.
Yep.
And it's like, at that point, you can't even be. They want influencers that are going to influence to their advantage. They don't want any negativity. Thing is, if you're honest, people are going to trust you more and believe you because, like, okay, well, if something sucks, you're going to say so. That's why, like, Disney Food Blog and stuff do so well. That's why, the Disc boards and stuff, they say, this is worth it, this isn't. alleears.net, this is worth it, this isn't. They're going to be honest. And that's what people want. They want the truth.
Well, that's what Tim Tracker used to be, the Trackers. And Tim Tracker is actually a real nice, and he's another guy, I hung out with him. He's a nice guy. And look at what happened to him. He got kicked off of Disney's media list because Twitter dug up like a 10, 12-year-old video where he made a joke or something. Mm-hmm. And
I think it was his wife more, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the
I don't
details,
know all the details either.
But like, this guy spent his life, a big portion of his life shilling for Disney, and they just kicked him to the curb like nothing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They don't care about you.
Yeah. And I mean, we've been saying this for a while. And I mean, we were there. We've done this. We wanted to be honest. We were too honest, and it cost us a lot. So we knew going into this that being honest was going to cost us media access, and we did it anyway.
Yeah.
So, you can take it. You can take it or leave what we say. You don't have to agree with us. That's completely fine. But we're not going to sit here and lie and say something is glorious and worth, the ridiculous price tag they put on it when it's not glorious and worth the ridiculous price tag they put on it. I also, like I said, recommend alleears.net and Disney Food Blog. They are going to tell you the truth. They'll flat out tell you the truth. Go with sites like that.
Yeah, go find some unbiased opinions, consumer-focused opinions, because, look, Disney is not cheap, and it's not all pixie dust and magic.
That's what PMP is. It's consumer-focused.
Yep, so we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
All right, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.